Breaking news on KGW News at Sunrise.
We start our 6 o'clock hour with breaking news. We know one person is dead in a shooting in North Portland.
Our Devin Haskins just got to the scene. Devin, what can you tell us so far?
Yeah, so right now I'm standing at the corner of North Buffalo, North Atlantic. This is North Atlantic right here. Just kind of setting the scene for you. We do know that one person is dead. Portland police investigating the fatal shooting. So right beyond what Chad's, my photographer, is zooming into, you see police there in the middle of the street taking notes, and they've been walking up and down the street talking to neighbors to try and gather more information. You see the red tape. They're going across the street. That indicates that that is kind of the scene of where this shooting happened. We don't know exactly where the shooting happened with it beyond that red tape. Right now with all the trees and the bushes, it's hard to see kind of from our vantage point. The street to the north where those police cars are at is Lombard. So the area here from on North Atlantic from Buffalo to Lombard is blocked off this morning as Portland police are investigating this fatal shooting. Again, we do know that one man is dead this morning. Portland police telling me that. I don't know of any other injuries at this moment. The shooting happening just after 5:30 this morning. So as we learn more information, we'll stay here throughout the morning and bring that to you as we learn more. Back to you.
Our Devin Haskins reporting live in North Portland. Devin, we'll go back out to you in just a little bit to see if you can get more information out there. We are going to go over to Rod Hill to take a look at weather now.
Good morning. Big story weather-wise. Brand new weather pattern. We had clear skies last couple of days. We were around 90 yesterday as projected. Now we have clouds increasing across the state, and we have rain showers increasing, certainly in central and eastern areas. We have a big chunk of rain offshore. Most of this will not come into Oregon, but we are getting nipped a little bit with some light rain down along the central coast. Clouds over the city this morning, at least partly sunny skies to start. 63 is our current number. We will not warm up a whole lot today with partly sunny to increasing clouds and eventually the chance of some light raindrops here in town later today, especially overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Look at today's high. Very comfortable, 74 degrees.
All right, thank you, Rod. The video in this next story shows a security guard at Randall Children's Hospital getting in a scuffle with a woman before taking her to the ground. Legacy Health is investigating this at this point. So far, they've called it a, quote, troubling incident. KGW's Evan Watson talked with the woman in that video who says her daughter has dealt with nightmares ever since it happened.
Ooh, ooh, happy birthday.
Desiree Turner and her 3-year-old daughter went to Randall Children's Hospital to welcome a new family member, but they didn't make it past security.
Hey, don't pull her hair, hey!
A Legacy security guard wrestled her to the ground after an argument over checking her bag.
Let her go!
He was already using so much excessive force. I just didn't know his limits, and that was scary in that moment.
Irie Streeter shot the video as she was going through security herself.
I feel like it was unneeded, very inappropriate. I think things could have went a lot smoother.
Turner says the security guard wanted to take her bag to check it, and she asked to empty her bag herself. Then her daughter ran off down the hallway.
I went to go get her. I said, I'm just going to get my baby. Get out of my way.
And the security guard took that as her maybe trying to resist and get away.
Multiple security guards restrained Turner on the ground. Portland police showed up to investigate and didn't arrest Turner, but she was kicked out of the hospital. Turner says her biggest fear is that the fight is going to be a core memory for her daughter.
She's been having nightmares, waking up out of her sleep, screaming, asking me, am I fighting? Am I gonna fight? Am I okay?
Last July, a man shot and killed a security guard at a Legacy hospital, prompting Legacy Health to increase security across all of its locations. Anthony Gentile is an associate director at the John Jay College of Criminal Justice, specializing in private security. He says unclear public expectations for private security can lead to situations like this one.
This is a perfect example. I've never walked into a hospital where bags and packages were going to be inspected. So, am I restricting your liberty? I clearly am. Okay, but I'm only doing that because I've been told to do that by my client.
Gentile says private security policies over use of force can vary widely, and he pointed out how the Legacy guards wear paramilitary uniforms.
Clearly, they're concerned about prior incidents, and I suspect a police show of force is something they're going to utilize for a while until they feel more comfortable.
Legacy Health says it's aware of the troubling incident and is investigating to gather all the facts. Turner says she's still processing it all.
I think that it's good for them to protect the hospital, but I don't feel that they should treat everybody as a criminal coming in.
Turner says she's considering filing a lawsuit, but is not sure about that just yet. Gentile told me that private security walks a fine line between respecting public liberties and following company orders, and clear signage about bag checks and communication about intentions can help de-escalate situations before they start. In the newsroom, Evan Watson reporting.
Let's take a look at some wildfires burning in our area. There's 2 in Oregon, 1 in Washington. Let's start in Oregon here. So the wildfire out of Deschutes County has now grown to 1,700 acres, prompting level 3 and level 2 evacuation orders for the Lapine area. Thousands of people near Lapine, Oregon, were without power yesterday afternoon after Midstate Electric Cooperative cut the power once the flames reached their equipment. The power was out for 2 hours before being restored at 7:30 last night. And as of right now, the fire, dubbed the Darlene 3 fire, is 0% contained. Governor Tina Kotek invoked the Emergency Conflagration Act, which allows additional fire support to assist local responders. Many people in the area have been told to evacuate or risk first responders not being able to rescue them. Last night, the Red Cross said that they would be staffing an evacuation shelter at Lapine High School, and an animal shelter has also been set up at the Lapine rodeo grounds to help with the evacuation of livestock and other small animals. Now, we also have an update on the wildfire burning in Wasco County near Maupin. Central Oregon Fire says the Long Bend fire is now 60% contained this morning. The fire has spread to more than 1,000 acres and spans over 10 miles. About 100 people in the area are still under a level 2 evacuation orders.
This is by far the most paint and graffiti supplies we've ever found. We filled up 3 13-passenger vans completely with graffiti supplies and evidence.
Portland police seized more than 1,500 cans of spray paint and other graffiti supplies inside a home on Southeast 174th Avenue. Officers say they were tipped off about all that paint thanks to a YouTube docuseries called Chaos Town. It's all about the graffiti scene here in Portland. In an episode from May, the creators spoke with a man responsible for spray painting the tag Geimer in spots all across the city. Geimer stands for Graffiti is Me Escaping Reality. Police identified the man as 40-year-old James Fischel.
Basically, anything that you could possibly need for a mission. We got bags, ladders, over here we have paint rollers.
Investigators say Fischel wasn't home when they confiscated all that spray paint and other materials, but they say they know where he is and plan to pursue criminal charges. All right, before we get back to Rod Hill, one quick note about the Thorns and the Timbers. They're teaming up today for a friendly competition. Today, they're calling this, well, I should say that's a workout video right there, but the action today is known as the Green is Gold charity match, and it's going to benefit 2 environmental nonprofits, the Nature Conservancy and Keep Oregon Green. So this charity matchup will take place tonight at 7 o'clock at Providence Park. Tickets are technically free. You can get them on the team's website, but they're encouraging fans to make a donation to support those local nonprofits.
And for the players out there, great day to play that match because it's definitely a lot cooler than it was yesterday.
I mean, what time started? Around 7?
7 o'clock, yep.
I mean, it'll probably be in the upper 60s when it starts. So yeah, definitely not hot. Here's a look at a fire weather warning that does not include Medford, but does include much of southern Oregon and then up across parts of eastern Oregon. And again, these fire weather warnings, red flag warnings that pop up simply mean that should there be fire activity start from a spark, that those fires could quickly spread. Usually you've got winds involved, and some of the gusts down around Lakeview today expected to be up to about 40 miles per hour. Of course, one of our top news stories today, again, fires in central Oregon that have sparked back over the weekend around Maupin and yesterday around Lapine. And the radar does show with this cooler weather that's already moving in. We've got scattered showers and clouds in eastern Oregon. We've got a shower threat in central Oregon as well with cooler weather moving in. We have a lot of rain offshore, and then our live Uquinta Bay Newport camera is showing that we have some raindrops down in Newport. There you can see it. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Raindrops, nothing stormy, just a little dab will do you type shower threat today. 54 is the temperature in Newport. We have clouds increasing over Portland. Today, where I don't think we get a ton of sun, kind of a partly sunny to increasing cloudiness day. 63 is where we stand right now. Remember, it was 89 in Portland yesterday, 90 in Salem. So that's one reason why temperatures are still pretty warm coming off of those higher spots yesterday afternoon. 59 in Salem. Eugene Ben's in the 60s. John Day is at 64 degrees. Your forecast for today at the coast. Only around 60 to low 60s expected. Not much, if any, sun. Mostly cloudy skies. Possible showers. Already seeing those spritzy showers around Newport, as we saw a moment ago. All right, in the valley today, instead of being around 90, how about just getting up into the 70s? It shows Salem at 73. Clouds increasing, traces of rain potentially late today, tonight, and tomorrow. West winds 5 to 15. Similar setting up in southwest Washington. Kelso Longview expected to hold only in the 60s. It shows 67 for a high, battleground 72. I have Vancouver and Portland at 74. Again, we may or may not see some traces of rain in town. If we do, it'll be later today, tonight, and tomorrow morning. Thursday becoming partly cloudy, 72. Bit of a warm up, but not hot on Friday and Saturday. Both days around 80 degrees. The rain chance on Sunday we've been tracking is starting to fall apart. That may be a dry day. 76 on Monday, 80 on Tuesday. And right now I show temperatures in the 70s to around 80 degrees going into July 4th itself. That is your update.